All right, beautiful bitches. We're on a mission to get the biggest arms east of the Mississippi River. And we're going to do that by first starting off with triceps, and then we're going to hit some biceps, and we're just going to blow it up. Also had 2 scoops of juice. Every set's going to be, again, that 8 to 12 range. This is kind of a warm up. So I might do an extra one of these. Woo! All right, a little bit more than I wanted, and I would have liked to do this with the rope, but I'm not going to go on a fucking manhunt to try to find the rope. And I don't really like taking the 2 individual sides and putting it together. So we'll stick with this, add some more weight. Woo! You can increase the intensity, but you can be right up on it. And if you step back, it's even harder. So give that a roll. Do a couple reps up here and take a step back and see how that feels. Woo! All right, now I think we're going to do overhead. Since we're right here, we're just going to switch the attachment and keep on going. Why do we do overhead tricep stuff? It's because it works the long head, just like your girlfriend does, if you had one. Perfect. Right where the fuck we want to be. Woo! Man. All right, now that our triceps are looking pretty fucking, let's do something bicep related. I've been really feeling these spider curls lately, so we're going to do some of these. Now, I guess you could say this about any type of training, but I feel like when with arms, dude, you just stick to the fucking basics. Basic curls, maybe a variant here and there, get some cables in there. Tricep, same thing. Like the tricep push down, that's not like, that should always be in your routine. Bicep curls should always be in your routine. Slight variations off that. And yeah, I mean, you really don't need a whole array of different things to do. Oh, woo. We're fading. All right, let's do another bicep thing. Woo. All right, this might be a little bit too heavy for what we're doing, so let's put that back. Go down a little bit. Ooh. Oh my God, dude. Woo. Simple movements. Boom. Oh. Oh. my God. All right, let's put this away. Go back to triceps. All right, it's starting to fill up. So we're going to do another overhead movement. It's kind of the same. It's going to work on the same shit as the overhead extensions that we did, but we're just going to do a dumbbell. Woo! Safety thing with this, don't choose a weight that's too heavy. And like if you're really struggling, just cut it there. Because if you really push, you can't get it, you might have to drop the weight. You wind up hurting yourself or somebody else or fucking up your shoulder. So don't do that. There's no need. You don't need a ton of weight. Don't lift with your ego. Do a weight or use a weight that you can get a reasonable amount of times and just enjoy it, bro. Pump it up. Ooh. Ooh. Woo. Woo. Not bad at all, gentlemen. All right, to keep this gravy train rolling, we're going to do preacher curls. Oh, that seat moved. All right, if you're having trouble connecting your brain to your biceps, something that I like to think whenever I'm doing curls, and I hold my dumbbells a certain way to kind of help with this or create some uh, additional resistance. But I imagine two arrows coming up from my pinkies right here. So when I'm curling, I'm really trying to get my pinkies up. So whoop, we get that nice little peak right there. Woo! Impromptu drop set. Okay, we're gassed on that. Woo! All right, I'm thinking we're gonna find one more tricep thing to do, and we're pretty golden, guys. That was quick. See, we're efficient with everything. If we had a spot where we could do more than one exercise at, we just stayed there. Especially when it's busy, dude, that's a fucking lifesaver because no one wants to be in the gym for 2 hours, and you really don't need to be in the gym for 2 hours. But if you can save time by maximizing efficiency, suddenly it's not like, oh my God, I got to spend so much time at the gym. You just get in, get out. Okay, kind of similar setup to the rear delt cable flies that we do, but we're just working tricep. Gonna keep my elbows here, and I'm just gonna extend. Not really trying to use a ton of weight. This is all about locking that arm and just really focusing on just the tricep, really getting that blood in there. Woo! Man, dude, we are something else right now. Jesus. This might be the fastest workout. Oh my God. Well, this might be the fastest workout I've ever done. All right, we'll do reverse grip curls, and then that'll be the end of it. Again, this doesn't really work the bicep as much as it works the brachialis, which is underneath the bicep. Whew. There we go. Sick. Yeah. All right. Let's be done with that. Holy Christ. Woo. That looks pretty fucking cool. Woo, man. Heading to Club Pub again because I need coffee. Dude, something is in the ether. There was hardly any traffic on the way home today, or I guess the way to the gym. Mission accomplished. That arm pump, dude, the bicep pump, I will admit, was better than the tricep pump, but all around, we exploded up. So, dude, that was fucking excellent. Really happy how that went. And honestly, it didn't take that long. I think a common misconception when someone sees someone that might look like they work out or might be, muscular or whatever, they assume that, or, any bodybuilder, but they think like, oh, they're spending hours and hours and what are you doing? Hours and hours and hours in the gym. That, granted, I had to set up the camera and everything, but we were so efficient with what we did. I think we did like 8 different exercises and it took us maybe an hour. And you didn't even really need to do that much. I did some extra shit because I kind of felt like doing some more. But the common misconception is that you have to spend all this time in the gym. You really don't have to spend a shit ton of time in the gym, especially if you're smart with how you're working out. Now, granted, some things do take longer. So if you're doing if it's like a heavy bench day or squat day, deadlift, and you're gonna have longer recovery times, then yeah, like that makes sense. That might make things take a little bit longer. But it's not like every gym session has to be like this 2 to 3 hour marathon where you're just endlessly doing exercises. I would argue if you're able to go that long just in one session, I mean, you might not be working intensely enough because if the intensity is there, I'm not saying you're going to fade quick, but you're probably going to fade in under an hour and a half. So, it really doesn't take much. And then a little bit over time, 3, 4 times a week. I was talking to my friend and who I hadn't seen in a while, but I was telling him like I lately haven't been going to the gym on the weekends, been taking some time off to just do yoga and relax. Still not try to catch up on sleep, but that doesn't happen. But just kind of not be in the gym. And I honestly think that that's been helping a decent amount. He said that it looked like to him that I leaned out a little bit more, that I was looking big. He really knows how to butter me up, let me tell you. But there is some merit to having those rest days and a lot of your growth. Actually, let me rephrase that. 99.999% of your growth is coming from your time resting. So we're doing exercises in the gym. We're tearing up our muscles, like literally tearing them. To build muscle, you're breaking fibers. But we do that, and then our body needs the nutrients and the rest to recover and rebuild. Now, I'm not like, a Mike Menser. Training more than once a week is just foolish. You shouldn't be doing anything like that. How foolish it would be to think that you could gain muscle by training more than one time a week. No, that's not me. I like the gym. I enjoy the gym. I think that there might be some merit. Well, not some. There is merit to resting, but it's kind of finding that healthy balance. And ultimately, I've said this before, the best workout plan is the one that you enjoy, that you can stick to. So you mean I think anybody can find 45 minutes 3 times a week to get into the gym. It really doesn't take that long. Now, granted, the results that you want over, like, it's going to take time for sure, but you know, you don't need to kill yourself in the gym. It's not like this gauntlet. Now, it can be, but you can have a gauntlet in 45 minutes. If you're really pushing the intensity, I mean, that's really what matters, is pushing that intensity and causing enough damage to the muscles. Too much, you're going to overtrain, especially if you're natural. You just, it can be detrimental. You don't have that same ability to recover and adapt like you would if you were on substances. But this isn't saying to get on substances for that reason. Just understand that, hey, these people that are in the gym all the time that are big as shit, I mean, there's a probably, they got something helping them, right? They're able to more effectively recover. Because one thing that they do is they help your body become more efficient with the calories you're consuming and the nutrients that you're absorbing. So you're able to pack on muscle and repair much faster than someone just, going the all natural route. And, here we're yoga, wellness, mental health. It's more of like a holistic vibe. So that's not really my thing now. Maybe, maybe I get my blood levels checked and I'm, you know, maybe I'm a candidate for TRT, too low of test, but who the fuck knows? But for now, I kind of like doing things this way. I'm getting results this way, and you can get results this way. Too often, I think people get frustrated with not seeing results soon enough. I'm like, oh man, I gotta hop on. And like, here's something that I will say. I do think that the apparently radical increase in TRT clinics and like these companies that, oh, you just mail your samples in or whatever the fuck, like, and you get prescription over the internet, dude, like, it's just a loophole. That is all it is. And it makes it like so much more accessible. And I think that that is a net negative, not only for like the fitness industry, but for society. Now, hey, here in America, you could do what you want. If you want to cause your heart to explode by taking copious amounts of steroids, you're allowed to do that. No one can say shit. Um, but if you want to live a long life and like, stick around, might not be the best option. And I don't think that people really consider those downsides, But regardless, you gotta have to rest. You don't need to kill yourself in the gym. 45 minutes, all you really need. And if you're not a gym person, just spend some time outside. Do yoga, run, frolic. I don't care. Just get up and move. If you don't move, then you're gonna lose it. You don't use it, you lose it. Um, but dude, like, look, this workout, what we accomplished fucking greatness in not that long a time. And all of my workouts, and I'm not really in the gym too long. Like, I'm basically in there to do the workouts. There's not too much time added from setting up because like I'll get frustrated and I'm like, dude, this is fine. Um, but 3 to 4 exercises per muscle group, you'll probably be all right. Like arms, I try to like split it evenly. It doesn't always work out like that, but hey, that's okay. It's not like you're going to lose all your gains. Whatever you don't do on like one arm day, you can do on the next arm day. There's going to be more arm days. You don't have to do it all at once all the time. Now, I know what I'm saying kind of contradicts me in the gym because I'm someone that's in there all the time. And that has more to do with me just like needing shit to do and like enjoying the gym. Like I like making these videos. I like going to the gym. I like seeing people. And you know what? I like just, I don't know, just throwing around some, well, not really throwing it around, but like throwing around some weight and like, yo, catching glances. Who doesn't like that? Anybody that says they don't like that, probably because you're not catching glances. If you were catching glances, you'd probably be all about it. Um, but it's fun as shit. It's cool. It like gets for me, it gets me in the zone. I'm like, yeah, like, I like it. It's enjoyable. And you know what? A lot of it probably has to do with the fact that when I was younger, I got like no attention. I had um I had about as much Riz as a history textbook. Okay. I no game whatsoever. Couldn't get a date to save my life. Couldn't even talk to a girl without fucking sweating profusely. And now it's like total opposite. But I'm gonna tell you, it's not always as great as it might seem. You know, not there's not. Oh my God! I'm so. Oh my! What the fuck is that, dude? See, blocking the exit, blocking it with a trailer, not just any trailer, a massive trailer. Holy Jesus, the entitlement right there. Um, but yeah, like I really didn't get much attention. I've been like talking with some people lately, and you know, I know I had a friend who was kind of like struggling because I've always been that guy that maybe like saw a pretty girl or whatnot, and it's like, man, I'd like to talk to her, but I was too afraid to do so, or I did. That like they never seemed to be interested in me, or they always seemed to be interested in my friends. Little did I know, I was doing too much. I was trying to get them to like me, trying to win them over, right? But you know what? If you take anything from this, and this is like, and I guess you could apply this to anything, but especially dating or relationships, you never have to convince anybody to like you or want you. Anybody that you feel like you have to convince to like you is not for you. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. You know? And be okay with whatever outcome happens. If you say talk to a girl and she's like, ugh, like you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine. That's probably not going to happen. B, you'll still be alive afterwards. And then C, great, she just did you a favor. She's not interested. Why are you spending time with people that aren't interested in you? It's such a silly waste of time to spend time trying to get people interested in you by trying to go above and beyond to like prove yourself. What that shows is desperation. No one likes desperation. And girls, I'm telling you, they sense it from a mile away. I tell my friends this, like, dude, less is more. Less is more. Because the less I do, hey, give people an opportunity to come to you. You don't have to go and rush to every single possible person you possibly can. Let some people show it. Give them time. It's not a race. You know, get to know them, and like, don't be super obsessed with somebody right off the bat. You barely know them. You may think like, oh my God, I feel this way. It's just limerence and excitement. You don't actually know the person at all. You know what you see, but you don't actually know them. They could be a terrible person. They could have 15 baby daddies. They could have ruined every relationship they've ever been in. They could be toxic AF. They could, not know how to communicate. They could have nothing going for them. Or they could just be like a serial cheater or something. You have no idea. But you're just basing this feeling off of what's in front of you. And it's not like you haven't spent any time getting to know them. Me personally, I like the crock pot method. I'm much more of like an observer. I sit, I pay attention, I see what's going on, I look at body language, I make eye contact with people, and like I just take little mental notes of how people are behaving. And then over time, like, if they seem cool, maybe I'll say something or warm up to them and you know go down that road. But like again, even then, I'm still not sold. I think it's super important to like actually spend the time to vet someone rather than just jumping into something based off of physical attraction and then having that fizzle out, or worse. Like, what happens if you hook up with the wrong person? Oh, now you got a child. That's how I think. When it comes to girls, I'm like, if I were to accidentally have a child with this woman, would I be okay with that? And if the answer is no, then I probably shouldn't have relations with her. It's just it's great to have a feeling for, 30 seconds, but after that, then what? All right, now that you got that out of the way, well, now we got to deal with the consequences of all this, you know? And it's not like you can, there's just some consequences you cannot evade. But let's kind of end, I'm going to end on that. There was a little bit of a rant there. Hopefully, we kind of were all over the place, but hopefully you found some part of this video helpful. I'm trying to focus on like different video formats and shortening everything, but trying to have what's there provide more value. Because also I'd say in like previous, I've had things that I've said in previous videos that I'm like, I said that. I don't want to sound like a broken record. But you know what? I might have to sound like a broken record. Um, Ultimately, it's for y'all. Because, I would love to be like, I would love to get comments like, that really helped me out. Or, hey, I really like that piece there. Oh, I didn't know about that exercise. Thank you for showing me that. So, really trying to offer value for you guys. And, yeah, we're all trying to grow together. We're all in this thing called life together. Look, you and I, we exist on this planet at the exact same time. The statistical unlikelihood of that is remarkable. But look, we're living in it. And that's a miracle. So I will see you tomorrow for shoulders, where shoulder days have been hitting lately. I've been enjoying shoulders, so that's a nice welcome change because those were not my favorite day for the longest time. But I'll see you tomorrow for shoulders. Remember to stay beautiful and you are loved always. And see you later, bro.